This broadcast is inappropriate for all ages, right here on the house that Kamurai built, the Vlogcast. I need a new intro thing for that. I'm Kamurai, and I'm here to talk about things and stuff in my life, because I do that every week, because I need to force myself to talk with me as the center of the conversation. Cats. I guess this is equivalent to talking to cats. No one talks back. But speaking of cats, I don't know. I had three annoying things I wanted to start off with. I can't decide. It's cats first. Pet hair, especially my situation. I am looking at ways to combat that. Anything smart. I think at this point I really need a Roomba. I think it's just a smart decision. And I just need to take some time that I don't have. Honestly. And just put some elbow grease in and get a head start of something and then just maintain. Maintain. I think that's the big thing there. Hopefully this is working. I'm doing the thing! Stupid alarm. What was I gonna say? So I'm split casting again. I did a bunch of stress testing yesterday playing Ocknight and finishing up the bridge, and I got to a point where I have no crashes. It took stripping out all the NVIDIA drivers and just installing the specific one I wanted, which you'd think is pretty sensible, but you wouldn't think it would try to apply drivers that are unnecessary. They're like specific hardware drivers. Like that was the very first NVIDIA problem that showed up was one having to do with the shield. So I ended up uninstalling that, and like it just uninstall. Like seriously, if you got NVIDIA and they put that girlfriend experience on there for you, go to programs and features, uninstall everything but the G or GF experience and the latest driver that shows up right next to it, and then just delete everything else that's that same icon. And then if it needs something, it will probably prompt you to install it. But most people probably don't need anything more than like DirectX and the basic NVIDIA drivers. Like, I mean, if you've got the Shield, then you install Shield. If you've got 3D stuff like the Oculus or whatever, then you install that. But the lesson is, if you don't need something, don't deal with it. I mean, I even upgraded Minicam when I didn't want to because I'm not really happy with it as it is. I just want something that's going to split my camera up. So I was hoping split cam would be a great free solution to that, but I couldn't get the resolutions correct. I don't know what the fuck the problem was, but it wasn't working. So I would suggest trying split cam before you buy something like Minicam. I'm still not happy with it. I will bitch about it till the day I die. I have found a couple ways to do things, but of course, anything you try to do with this stupid thing, they make it 3 times as hard. Like it can only read its own special file types, and they want you to go through their website. So technically, any effect you make is registered with their website, which is stupid, and mine sucks, so I don't care. They're the same ones I'm going to use on videos. They're publicly available. If someone really wanted to steal them, it wouldn't be that hard. Not that I would give a shit. Honestly, it's like you want to pretend that you're me and not be me. Which, that's the only way it could be worse for you, is if you were me. That'd be a very dedicated misconception of a good use of time. Oh yeah, I hate my neighbor, but she's a stupid child, and her idiot boyfriend is a stupid child. And what's that? My lawyer over here has told me not to say anything more in regards, just in case. So I'm going to follow that advice, because I would hate for something to happen to them. I actually had to call the police on them this weekend. There was yelling, screaming, hitting. There was a point where I'm pretty sure it was he who was carrying her. It looked like she was unconscious. I found out I can't get out my back door quick enough because I was futzing with the blinds. I should have just not gone through the back door, but I should have just ignored the blinds and gone through the blinds in retrospect. But I think that shows how little I actually cared. I think I was more excited about the opportunity to maybe shoot somebody. So someday, Tux, we'll kill you. We'll make that hat. Just don't you lose this glorious luster. Kill this kitty. You a parrot? No? You're just gonna claw the shit out of me? Okay. There you go. I was trying to keep that from happening. Your fur's all over my face now. Anytime you see me sitting here talking to myself, you must, like, cats have a very weird intuition about things. Like, he wasn't feeling well, so he was cuddling up to me before. When I'm not feeling well, he tends to cuddle up more often. But he can't understand technology enough to know that I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. And he's just like, oh, that's sad. I should go sit with him. He's talking to himself again. It's not what's happening, kitty. But then there's the same weird compulsion they all have to follow me into the bathroom. I say all, but it's really just a couple of them. But Tux's like favorite thing is to drink out of the faucet. Ivory does it too, but she won't drink out of the faucet anymore. She'll drink out of the ring around the tub, the drain. And I'm pretty sure she's the one stealing the bathtub stoppers. And then Pig will just sit at my feet and look at the wall in front of us. It's really weird. Because he doesn't sit like across my feet. He doesn't sit like next to him like that. He sits with his butt facing my feet, or facing me, his head like, I don't know, 3 to 6 inches from the wall, and he just sits there. And I'll reach down and try to pet him, but he's not in like a really good position for me to pet him. So like it doesn't happen a whole lot. He gets a couple pets, and it's like, okay, we're not doing that anymore. And then Ivory will jump up on the little table thing because she's a bitch. If I don't have any devices there, or if I do sometimes, because you're a bitch. You're annoying sometimes. You really are. She was disagreeing. I found out I don't have a Forgotten King unboxing video. So I have to dig the upgrade pack box out of storage, wherever it is there, and then piece together what would have been in the boxes and show off everything. So do like a little breakdown video. It actually should be a lot quicker to do that. The longest part of that's going to be showing off the tiles. I might spend a little bit of time on the models, but I definitely want to do something different because I tried to replicate what I was doing with the Wave 2 Bravo, I tried to replicate what I was doing with the Wave 2 Alpha footage with Wave 2 Bravo, and no, it's not nearly good enough. So okay, so we're back. Why is it not recording? It's supposed to auto-record. I told it to do that. I don't know why I'm even bothering anymore. So it's going to be the 5 heroes, Forgotten King, the 2 mini-bosses. Well, only 2 mini-bosses for that, so you can't play Forgotten King past 3 heroes on its own. That's kind of weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird now that I think about it. But it does come with 2 of the Green Knights. So it comes with 4 tiles worth of monsters, 5 heroes, so you can play a full game, but not enough bosses. And it says I'm offline. Why, YouTube? Why? I don't know what's happening. Reload the page. Reload the page. I love this experiment because to me it's real simple. If you can copy the footage, you can feed it out anywhere. Oh, it looks like Ustream's not. Okay. The Ustream podcast, Ustream, is screwed. It missed all that. So it's just interesting that it doesn't come with enough bad guys. So in order to have enough bad guys, you have to add 2 more mini bosses. So you could grab like the Rexes from the first set. Why is it not? I hope it's just lying to me. Or did the profile switch? I can't. That's right. OBS, you can't see the profile. And like theoretically, I could do it right from minicam, but I don't like minicam enough to do that. I'm gonna start having to force myself over, at least for the split. God, I do not like looking at 3 of me. There, that way just the chat's visible on that one thing. Like it's not even showing 41 there. I stopped waiting for the signal from the channel. What am I broadcasting on? Let's find out. Let's find out. It's like a secret game. Let's see, are we on Jam on Toast? Gaming.youtube.com/gaming division 528. They're gonna regret the gaming nomenclature eventually. I'm gonna enjoy that. Okay, yeah, so I'm on Jam on Toast right now. And so that's a silly shame. I'm going to have to download and then re-upload to the right channel later. Yeah, not happy about that. I don't know when that happened. I think there is a problem with the way it designates the IPs. Because I think I had this problem when I went over to stream games on Gaming Division. It wanted to use Jam on Toast the first time I tried it. I think I'm going to have to go through and just look at them. But it doesn't make any sense because the stream keys have identifiers in there for the channel. Like they're channel specific identifiers. So it doesn't make any sense that it would do that. And I have no idea what happens if I log into that account while it's live and log out. Well, I guess it's on the encoder, so it doesn't matter. I'll look at gaming divisions and just compare it. Yeah, so it caps off somewhere in there because not all gaming divisions name is in there, and then it does a bunch of other stuff. And I've never hit that reset button, at least on purpose. So there's that. Yeah, so I'm glad I'm broadcasting this on the wrong YouTube channel. That puts a fun weirdness to my day. Okay, so, and then at work, for whatever reason, they're having us move floors. They're trying to consolidate and get us all corralled in the same places, which I think is horseshit. And it's not going to make a difference or improve my life at all. Because my problem is all how we manage things. But fortunately, I've got a recruiter trying to work with me. I've got to update my resume. She wants like a certain format so that it's a little bit more useful, which may help me out in general. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't have the skills I'm pronouncing I have anyways. Maybe there's a lighter weight position that would be more suitable for me that people aren't looking at me for because they're seeing all this other stuff. Am I lying? Is it lying? I'm not trying to deceive anybody, that's for sure. I'm not trying to lie. But if I believe it's the truth, is it a lie? Nah, I'm just wrong. I think that's the answer. I don't have anyone here to like bounce back and forth with, so like moments like that really go to waste. Damn it, what was it? So since I have no crashes, I'm able to look at other things. I got it to do MP4. So it's currently injecting like a half-hour file with metadata, which takes way too long. But I've done this before with like a 10-20 minute video. It's just going to take a while, and all of a sudden it'll pop up because there's a progress bar. Because for whatever reason, right now spherical video, everyone thinks it's like 5 minutes or less. I've tried to do a let's play for Barbarossa. So if I can get that through, then yay, I can do it. And then I'll get my other unboxing stuff done. I was really hoping to wait till this healed up, because fuck me, this has been a pain in my face for like a week now. And I was gonna then film the Forgotten King one and get all the unboxing stuff out, because I got Epic and now I'm backlogged because I ended up getting another game in that I honestly didn't think it was gonna get in for like another week. Not that that makes a difference. Gamebox, like I every time I go in there, I look at it, I play with it, I make a couple adjustments, they don't work, I get rid of them, because it all comes down to getting the little subcomponents to rotate properly around the thing. But I'm losing or adding distance, I think, is the problem. So that when I do 100 or 360 degree rotation, they're not lining up where they should be. And I think the problem is that I'm not maintaining the distance. I think it's recalculating the distance each time. The distance should never change. So I've got to go back and adjust for that. I think that's what the problem is. Because if that's the case, then at the right angle, or at the same angle in the same alpha angle, the same quadrant, it shouldn't make a difference. They should be exactly where they started. And if I can get that solid, then I can transfer to the other charts, and I think we're good to go. I think that's the last thing holding 7 back. And I've already put in the stuff for 8 in the database, the pseudo database that I made for that. So what I've got to do past that, and 8's gonna run a lot smoother because I actually functioned out or moduled out some of the functioned down some of the modules. Let's say that. The problem, I think, is going to go back to 6, but the 6 doesn't have the rotational issues. It just has the zoom function issues, which actually the chat has some issues, but I don't give a fuck about the chat, really. We'll worry about it eventually, but I think it'll probably be in the 8 series or 9, depending upon what other functionalities I've got to add in, or games. And I don't think that's going to be the case, because I think once we can get enough dummy art in for Gamebox, the hope is that it's going to stabilize somewhat, and then if we go to version 9 or version 10, then we'll upgrade to better art, and that'll be the upgrade there. The problem is that I've got to put, I've got to put in a refusal check. I think it's probably on the server side, for refusing clients that have older versions. Yeah, I think that's right. Because if I'm on version 5 and they sign in with version 4, it needs to refuse them. If they sign in with version 6, nope. Okay, it has to be the same version. Because like, eventually, especially start changing the standardization of the size of the objects, then there's a lot of assumptions being made that aren't going to work out. And actually, it's not going to be as big a deal, because there are some contact rules, so maybe it'll change depth. It'll change some depth issues. Like right now, if you put something down, you put something else on top of it, you're not supposed to be able to pick up the thing that's underneath. You're supposed to have to dig it out. And that's a whole thing. I don't even know if that's fully tested yet. I've been trying to deal with the bigger issues. You know what? I look forward when I get back to worrying about how the game works and not the program. Because I put a lot of work into getting Gamebox as far as it is, and The whole point of doing it was so that it would be easy enough to add a new game to it. And if you're adding one game, yes, it is, because the hardest part is doing the assets. And once you have the assets created outside the program, you go into the program, you create the sprites based on those assets, and then you create the objects and associate them with the relative sprites. Yeah. And there's probably a more efficient way to do that. Like, I think there's still a more efficient way to do cards and pieces and such. But I like having the hierarchy, the inheritance for the parent-child objects. So I like having the objects individualized. The problem is, at least on the dev side, I don't know how it is when like you actually are loading up as a user. The thing. Oh, when it loads, it has to load each individual sprite and object. So, in theory, it's better to do one sprite with multiple images, or a sheet that pulls individual segments from that sprite sheet. That's why when you go to like Spriter's resource, if that's still a thing, is that still a thing? That's where you see them doing like sprite sheets. Spriter's resource. I love this site. Hopefully it's still a thing. It still shows up in Google. Googity goo, googity gay. It's not like that. Stop it. You're a bad person. I didn't mean it like that. What the fuck? Sorry, I was just looking at the front page. There's some weird stuff on the front page of it. Go check it out. It's spriters-resource.com. If you need images for a game, if you're going to use it for proof of concept or a personal project, great. If you're looking to actually commercialize the project that you want to use those in, you may need to work on that a little bit. But they're definitely a great starter resource in that regard. But I do need to get off of here. I just don't have the time tonight. We're supposed to be live tweeting War and Scarlet tonight. The new one came out. It's like 2 hours long as well, so I'm going to be up again. It's been all week with this shit. It's just stupid things keeping me up. So I've got a window that I got to get the resume done in. Theoretically, I should be taking pictures of Warhammer armies. I should probably just pick one. I'll probably just grab one and do it, and then sell that one, so at least I'm getting one up. I still haven't gone back through other job offers, but I need to do this resume first, because I think that's going to be the big thing. I can never tell if it's thunder, or it's the dumpster, or it's just someone being an asshole. Never tell. Not you guys, but I made a technology investment. It's a cheap one, but we'll see how that plays out, because I don't want to talk about it and then have it go badly, because it's not going to affect me so much other than my wallet. But I actually used the money from the magic cards I sold to get it, plus some other stuff. So it's not like it was that expensive. But I'm really looking forward to seeing it, and I'll talk about that again. I just want to be able to say, well, I mentioned that thing that time. Spherical. I'm so glad I can poop out Spherical video. Hopefully it won't be so bad. And that Barbarossa Let's Play will go up on Gaming Division. I want to get going in 60 frames per second. I'm really unsure how to do this, especially with the setup that I use because of Minicam and OBS and how they react with each other. And I haven't had enough time without things crashing. It's really funny. I had someone snark at me for not taking a compliment this week because I was like, I just want a week where things don't crash that I can feel good about. Whatever. Like I didn't catch it until like after the fact, and then it was just like, well, let's move on. See, and I'm just not seeing like because it should be under video. Oh, frames per second. Okay, so I can do 60. So that will be a move that I go to, but I don't know how it's going to affect game footage because I know a lot of things are locked at 30, and it's just not my thing. I'm not a visual guy when it comes to things like that. Like, oh, I go, oh, it's pretty, but I'm not going to remember. The music is going to affect me in the moment. I'm not going to remember. 60 frames per second is not a thing that I recognize. I really don't know if it bothered me in The Hobbit, like if they did 48 frames per second. But now we're up to 60, so who gives a fuck about 48 frames? The only thing that's ever bothered me as far as a video setting goes is when my friends thought true motion was what high def was. And I was like, that's not high definition, that's something else. And I couldn't figure it out, but it made Game of Thrones look really, really fake. But it's such a good show that, like, who gives a fuck, right? So I think if it had been on any other show, I would have bitched more. So I don't know which part's going where, but I'm recording this now straight to the computer so I can use it later, so I don't have to, like, pull a lower resolution video from Firetalk or Ustream. YouTube, I think, is blocking me because YouTube just being down seems insane. But I'll piece together and I'll get it up on YouTube. So it's definitely not my internet, but I really think like it's just reading weird things. Twitter, saying Twitter's down. What about Facebook? What? Am I about to get raided? What the fuck is happening? I still have these other ones, and I'm recording. But that bothers me because it wasn't automatically recording earlier, so I don't know what I have and what I don't. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this now because it's been about a half hour, and I'm going to figure out what's happening. So, Firetalk, goodbye. Unable to update episodes, so that's not good. Bye, you now. Bye. Jesus. Is it even... I don't even think Ustream's recording. Or broadcasting, or whatever you want to call it. So... I'm going to go figure out this great mystery. Until next time, I am Kamurai. Have a nice day. Want to say anything else we're up to? Go ahead and click the annotations, and they'll take you to our other channels. Thanks for watching.